somebody else that had a really good performance, and I want to bring it up specifically because of who he was playing with, and a lot of people mentioned him over the weekend. That's Danton Heinen, signed with the Pittsburgh Penguins for $1 million this offseason. That is looking like the absolute steal of the century, with Ron Hextall getting the five-finger discount. But Heinen filling in for Jake Gensel, who we'll talk about in a minute, gets 2 goals on Saturday. He has 6 points on the season, 3 of them being goals, and he is second on the Pittsburgh Penguins. What did you see from Heinen as he got promoted to the first line as an injury replacement?
I was looking for all the things that Crosby said about Heinen, which was he has a great shot. He's a fast straightaway player, and the big one that really stood out and was obvious in the game in Columbus for Heinen, he knows where to go to find the goals. I mean, Heinen scored twice, and both of them were just from the same spot, pretty much. Him being there at the right time, and getting the right opportunity to, let's face it, take easy goals.
Mm-hmm.
Both times, Elvis Merzlikins was not in the net really, or sprawling back. It was, they were not even high danger chances. They were both kind of just opportunities that fell into his lap, into Heinen's lap. He was sitting there waiting for a bouncing puck on the first one, and it came to him with no one sitting with him. The second one, he was just trying to get into position, it seemed, and the puck happened to also meet him there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not creating opportunities, but that is being in the right spot at the right time and taking advantage of the opportunities that are falling into your lap. And like I said, Crosby, that's the stuff I was looking for. Sid said he knows the places of the ice to go. He sure does, because it helped him out to score twice. 2 huge goals, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And we've seen that for 18 years, whether it be Colby Armstrong, whether it be, Chris Kunitz, whether it be Pascal Dupuis. What is one thing that you have to do to play with Sidney Crosby? Know where to be, because guess what? Crosby is going to do a lot of the work himself. And it helps when there's guys like Gensel out there who can do the same thing, Raquel who can do the same thing. That's why that line is so dominant when they're all healthy and together. But when you have Raquel and Crosby out there, get into the right position, and somebody with a shot like Danton Heinen, it's exactly what Chris Kunitz made an entire career out of. It's being in the right place and finishing on the opportunities you have, because you have a above average shot. And that's what Heinen did on Saturday. He saw instant rewards after getting bumped up to that first line, which is a good thing, because last year we saw him get an opportunity in the top 6 alongside Evgeny Malkin, but it just ended up coinciding with his worst stretch of games on the season. And then he went in the doghouse and he had to work his way back, and then gets that moment in the playoffs where he scores the game-winning goal in game 3. But it's nice to see him immediately find success upon getting bumped up. I'm not going to say that he's going to stay there once Gensel comes back, which could be sometime in this road trip, but it's nice to see him get that success and be that option in case something does happen going forward.
Yeah, and it is all about being in the right place at the right time for certain players. The Columbus game is a perfect example of that, and it is definitely the game planning as well. It was because both of them came similarly too. Not only were they in the same spot of the ice, but they both came from shots from the point that happened to bounce around a little and find them. Whether it be luck or game planning, regardless, he was there at the right times, and he was in the right spot of the ice to make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to see pucks getting all the way through to the goalie. It's good to see the team making damage happen, making scrambles happen, making them look ugly, but you know what? Finding the back of the net either way, especially in the Columbus game where you need ugly goals like that. They were down 3-1 at one point. I mean, hell, they were down 2-0, and Josh Archibald decided to become Patrick Kane. What the hell?
Yeah.
With a pretty goal like that, and then they immediately answer back, and it's 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you need an ugly goal. You can't just rely on playmaking and skill. Sometimes you just got to get the dirty one, and he was in the front of the net where the garbage gets cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.